I want to tell you about a high quality stock which is potentially 25% undervalued. Why is valuation important? Because price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Buying a dividend growth stock when it's undervalued should provide you a higher yield on long-term total return and risk is reduced. SM Investments Corporation with ticker SM is a dominant Philippine blue chip conglomerate holding market leading positions in retail, property development, and banking. It drives the country's economic landscape through iconic brands like SM Supermalls, BDO Unibank, and SM Prime. Its dividends are growing, which is funded by its growing profits, with 740 billion pesos market capitalization and a total assets of 1.8 trillion pesos. Before we get started, please consider giving this video a thumbs up if you get value out of our content. SM announced an increase in dividend payments by 31% to 17 pesos per share from 13 pesos in 2025, reflecting the group's ability to generate cash while continuing to invest for long-term growth. This marks the fifth consecutive year SM increased dividends and comes on top of a 44% increase in dividend per share last year. Over the past 5 years, parent-level dividends increased from 5 billion pesos in 2021 to 16 billion pesos in 2025. This translates to a compounded annual growth rate of over 32%. SM's core drivers of the business are first, diversified growth. The conglomerate continues to see strong performance across its core pillars in retail, property, and banking through BDO and China Bank. Second is provincial expansion. Retail operations are adding hundreds of new footprint locations, explicitly targeting high-growth areas in northern Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Third is new investments. The group is actively pivoting to capture market share in logistics through to-go and renewable energy with 6 new geothermal sites across Luzon to supplement its traditional portfolios. This company is one of the largest conglomerates in Southeast Asia. It owns malls, banks, real estate developments, retail chains, and investments that touch millions of Filipinos every single day. From clothes people buy to the banks they use, to the condominiums they live in, SM has become deeply embedded in the Philippine economy. But here's the important question for investors. Is SM Investments still a strong long-term investment opportunity in 2026? Or has the company become too large and too mature to continue delivering strong returns? So make sure you watch until the end because this analysis could help you make smarter investment decisions. SM was founded by the late billionaire entrepreneur Henry C. Sr. What started as a small shoe store eventually evolved into one of the most powerful business empires in the Philippines. Today, SM operates through several major business pillars, one in retail. This includes SM Department Stores, SM Supermarkets, Alpha Mart, Save More, and specialty retail brands. Second is property development. Through SM Prime Holdings, the company operates shopping malls, residential condominiums, office towers, convention centers, and hotels. Third is banking. SM also owns a major stake in BDO Unibank, which is the largest bank in the Philippines by assets. Fourth is portfolio investments. SM has investments in logistics, energy, digital businesses, and infrastructure projects. What makes SM unique is its ecosystem. A customer can shop in an SM mall, pay using a BDO card, live in an SMDC condominium, and buy groceries at an SM supermarket. That level of integration creates a very powerful competitive advantage. And because the Philippine economy is heavily driven by consumption, SM benefits directly whenever consumer spending increases. SM Group reported consolidated net income of 21.5 billion pesos in the first quarter, up 7% from 20.1 billion in the same period last year. This is reflecting steady performance across its portfolio. Now let's talk about one of the most important parts for investors, revenue growth, net profit, and dividend yield. SM showed strong recovery after the pandemic period in 2021. From 2021 to 2022 alone, revenue jumped by more than 28%. That was driven by reopening of malls, revenge spending, increased foot traffic, stronger retail sales, and economic normalization. Then from 2023 onwards, growth continued at a more stable pace. This tells us something very important. SM is no longer in recovery mode. It has transitioned back into a mature expansion phase. And mature conglomerates are usually valued differently by investors. Instead of explosive growth, investors look for stability, resilience, cash flow generation, and dependable shareholder returns. Another positive sign is diversification. If retail slows down, banking can help support earnings. If banking faces pressure, property income may remain stable. This diversified model reduces earnings volatility compared to companies that rely on only one industry. And in uncertain economic environments, that diversification becomes extremely valuable. Revenue growth is important, but investors care even more about profitability. This trend is very impressive. Net income more than doubled between 2021 and 2025. That indicates stronger operating efficiency, improving margins, and healthy consumer demand. One thing investors should appreciate is that SM's profit growth remains strong even while inflation and interest rates increased globally. That means management was able to control costs, optimize operations, and maintain strong pricing power. Another key factor is banking profitability through BDO. Higher interest rates actually help banking earnings because lending margins improve. So while some sectors struggled with rising rates, SM's diversified structure created balance. Now let's talk about margins. Profit margins improved from around 9.4% in 2021 to over 13% by 2025. Now let's discuss dividends. Because many investors in SM are not looking for growth, they're also looking for stability and passive income. The company has steadily increased dividends over the years. That's a very positive signal. Why? Because companies usually increase dividends only when management feels confident about future cash flows. Now, SM's dividend yield is not the highest in the market. This is not a high yield stock like some utilities or REITs. Instead, SM is considered a blend of growth, stability, and income. And for conservative investors, that combination can be attractive. So what is SM focusing on in the short term? Management appears to be prioritizing several major areas. First is expansion of provincial malls. SM continues to expand outside Metro Manila to capture growth in emerging cities. This strategy allows the company to tap into rising middle-class spending across the Philippines. Second, SM Prime continues expanding residential, commercial, and mixed-use developments. Urbanization remains a major long-term opportunity in the country. Next, through BDO, SM continues investing in digital banking, infrastructure, and financial technology. As more Filipinos move toward online banking and cashless payments, digital financial services could become a major growth driver. Lastly, SM is positioning itself to benefit from tourism recovery, rising employment, remittances from OFWs, and stronger domestic consumption. The company is also focusing heavily on operational efficiency and cash flow generation. That's important because large conglomerates need strong liquidity to continue funding expansion projects while maintaining dividend payments. Now let's talk about the risks because no investment is perfect. First, SM depends heavily on consumer activity. If inflation rises too aggressively or economic growth slows, retail and mall traffic could weaken. Second, higher interest rates can reduce borrowing activity, increase financing costs, and slow down real estate demand. Third, retail competition is becoming more intense. E-commerce platforms and online shopping continue changing consumer behavior. SM must continue adapting digitally to remain competitive. Fourth, a slowdown in property demand could affect condominium sales and commercial leasing income. Fifth, because SM is deeply connected to the Philippine economy, macroeconomic weaknesses could significantly affect overall earnings. However, many investors view SM's diversification as a natural defense against these risks. So is SM Investments Corporation still a good investment in 2026? For many long-term investors, the answer may be yes. This is not a speculative, high-risk company. SM is a mature conglomerate with dominant market positions, diversified revenue streams, improving profitability, growing dividends, and deep exposure to a long-term growth of the Philippine economy. The company may not deliver explosive overnight gains, but for investors seeking stability, resilience, and long-term wealth creation, SM remains one of the most important companies to watch in the Philippine stock market. Of course, every investment decision should match your own risk tolerance, financial goals, and investment timeline. So always do your research before investing. If you enjoyed this video and want more professional stock analysis on Philippine companies, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss future investment content. And comment below, would you invest in SM Investments Corporation today? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.